Are you as surprised as much of the rest of the world seems to be by what has been agreed so far by the two sides?
Well, frankly speaking, I'm not surprised because I was expecting Hamas to reject it just like every other time before. On the other hand, what happened so far is they have partially agreed, which is not even an answer. They still have a deadline to go for. That's one. Second of all, what they agreed for is only in their benefit. Like, for example, they're talking about the hostage exchange. We're talking here about 48 hostages from the Israeli side, while we're talking about 250 prisoners serving a life sentence in the Israeli prisons, and basically 1,700 Gazans detained since the conflict started on October 7th. So they haven't even touched on the idea of disarming, which is exactly what Israel needs, what Israel wants. So we don't have a deal yet, and I don't see it happening soon.
I have to say, and I wished I didn't, but I am inclined to agree with you that what Hamas has accepted so far benefits Hamas, and the really tricky stuff we have no answer to. Are you of the opinion that we're not going to get to a ceasefire then, Ahmed, that we're going to have another prisoner exchange? I think we've had two previously, haven't we, over the last 2 years? It's two or three, I forget off the top of my head, but are you foreseeing another exchange and then back to the bombing, back to the killing?
Actually, if we go through the track record and look at the patterns, it's exactly what you just said. We go for it for a partial exchange, and then we go back to where we started. That's not a solution. If you want a solution, you have to address every little detail and then go for it.
Okay. Trump seems incredibly confident on this, and having embarrassed himself or been embarrassed by Putin, one might conclude that his enthusiasm for this suggests that it's perhaps further down the line than you and I might imagine.
That's true up to a certain limit, but let's put it that way. Hamas know that. They see it, and basically they are seizing the opportunity by his enthusiasm on one hand, and by his willingness to finish the whole thing. But what they have given up so far says nothing. Let's put it that way. They don't talk about the disarmament. That's number one. They spoke about the taken off, basically the new. How can I put it? They called it what's the term? Technocratic takeover. But they did not even mention who those technocrats are. They did not mention Mahmoud Abbas or his authority in any way. They just spit it out vaguely. That means nothing. And any legal person, any political negotiator will tell you that everything so far is a bluff.
Ahmed Alkhuzaie. I totally empathise, and I think in my heart of hearts I agree with your every word. But it's sad sometimes that we have to have a dose of reality to bring us back down to earth. When at the moment most of the world's media is incredibly optimistic, and I want to be optimistic. I just can't imagine how much more bombardment Gaza can take, but. Having spoke to Ahmed, I wonder how many of you are going to express a similar opinion that this is nothing different from what we've already experienced. We'll see some kind of exchange and then go back to the killing.